All right, what's up, traders? This is MD with Exchange Mastery, and I'm going to show you my easy swing trading strategy, and I'm going to show you how I grade the trade before I get inside of the trade. So let's go ahead and push that replay button and go back into previous times. Let's see. Let's go pick a random spot. Let's go here. So I'm not taking any trades. Honestly, it's under the EMA. Technically, to me, it's a bullish trend because right here, price has broken this area and it's now here. So everybody's different, but to me, this lower high was broken by this area here, so it's technically a bullish trend. Once price breaks underneath this, I will be looking for sales. So let's see what happens. And there we go, the sales right there. So it's back into the the bearish trend. This is now the lower high. So we're going to mark that up. That's the lower high. This would be the lower low down here. I'm gonna mark that up. Make sure that it's only showing on the weekly. And there we go. Then we're gonna go down to the daily and mark it up and see what's going on. The daily, I would say this is the lower high on the daily. Mark it up. And this is the lower low right here. We're gonna mark that up. Make sure it's only showing on the daily. Yep. Then we're gonna go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is actually in a bullish trend right now. So we're just gonna go back to the weekly real quick. Next, what we want to do, we want to find an area of interest. And the area of interest to me is basically an area that is both support and resistance. So I can already see right here, this would be a perfect area of interest. So you see here is resistance, resistance, resistance here, support here, support here, support here. So it's a perfect area of interest. On the daily, let's see if it matches on it. Yeah, perfectly. It matches on the daily as an area of interest also. Next, I would go back to the weekly and then try to find a round psychological level, which I see a few of them. I see 11,800 right there. So we're going to mark that up as a round psychological level right there. I have the weekly and the daily marked up. Next, I would wait for the daily to get inside this area of interest. And then once it gets to the area of interest, then I'll start grading the trade and show you how I grade it. You see here, it got close to the area of interest, but I don't count that. I needed to get all the way inside of that area. Like right there. It's fully inside of the area now. So now I'm going to show you how I grade the trade. Let's go here. This is going to be grading. This is how I grade my trade. I take anything from a 76 to a 100. So basically a C plus and above. Weekly time frame, and then another thing, I need at least two of these time frames to match. If three match, then it's an even better trade, an even stronger trend. But I need at least two of these to match: the weekly and the 4 hour, the daily and the weekly, at least two of them. And the way I grade it is the weekly 1 to 10, daily 1 to 10, 4 hour 1 to 10, area of interest 1 to 10. Round psychological level isn't as important, so it's 1 to 5. Previous level of structure 1 to 10. The EMA 1 to 5 because it's not as important. Weekly rejection 1 to 10, daily rejection 1 to 10. Shift of structure 1 to 10. I'll explain that in a rejection candle on the 1 hour, 2 hour, or the 4 hour 1 to 10. So right now, what do we have? We have the weekly is bearish, give that a 10, and it is matching the daily, also bearish. So we give that a 10. The 4 hour is not matching, so we'll give that a 0. The area of interest, yes, the daily has now reached the area of interest. So We'll give that a 10. Round psychological level. Yes, you see here the daily has reached the round psychological level of 11,800. So we'll give that the highest grade you can get it, which is a 5. Previous level of structure. Yeah, that's at the previous level of structure. I would say let's go to the weekly. Then on the weekly, it's glitching right now. TradingView likes to glitch. It's showing a wick right here, but on the live market, it'll actually be up here. But yeah, it's at the previous level of structure, which would be right here. So we'll go back on here. We give the previous level of structure. We'll give that a 10 also. The EMA, the daily is under the EMA, the weekly is under the EMA. So we will give that a 5. And then once price gets to the area of interest on the daily, I like to go down to the 4 hour and wait for some kind of bullish rejection. So it can be a bullish pin bar, a bullish engulfing, some kind of bullish rejection. So let's go to the 4 hour and let's wait for a legit rejection on the 4 hour. And that right there, that's a pretty legit rejection candle right there. A wick on the top is basically it's very close to a bullet bearish engulfing candle. So I would say that's a decent rejection. So once gives me a rejection candle on the 4 hour, I will then wait for a shift of structure. So we can actually go back here and look. It's glitching again on the daily, but it's already showing you that it's going down. So actually go here and the rejection on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour. Yes, it's showing me a rejection on the 4 hour, so I would definitely give that a 10. And the shift of structure I'm talking about, I'm going to show you. So after it has given me this bearish candle right here showing that it's rejecting this area, I'm going to go down to the 1 hour or the 30 minute and wait for a shift of structure. So right now, the structure is showing bullish, and this is the higher high, and this would be the higher low. I'm not looking for a trade until the break of structure or shift of structure. So once price breaks under this lower low or this higher low like that, then I will enter the trade. So let's wait for a shift of structure. Matter of fact, let's go down to the 30 minute. And this is the structure point I need to be broken. And I need the 30 minute to close under this level in order to take a trade. And there you go. That's the shift of structure right there. I like to put my stop loss at least 5 to 10 pips behind this area here, behind the shift of structure. So it's at 40, about 46. Let's put it at 56. Then I want to aim for like a 1 to 3. I do at least a 1 to 2.5, but this has a long way to go. So I'm pretty confident in a 1 to 3. Then let's go back and let's start filling out the rest of the grading. You can see already that the glitch is showing you that it's already about to start heading down. But let's go ahead and finish the grading process real quick. So the shift of structure happened. We're going to give that a 10. Daily rejection. Obviously, it happened. But let's see what I want to grade that. That rejection is not the best rejection. So I would honestly give that daily rejection probably like a 7. Weekly rejection, like you, TradingView glitches a lot. I hate that it glitches so much, but it's already showing you what it's going to do. They should probably fix that, but it's already showing you what it's going to do. About the time I got inside the trade, it would have been like right here, so that would have been a nice wick, but it's not the best. So I would say that's probably like a six. Like I said, all you need is a 76 or higher to be able to get into a trade. So that weekly rejection would probably be like a six, honestly. So now that we have everything graded up, let's get the total and see what the grade is actually going to be. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 50, 56, 66, 73, 83. That's a solid 83 trade. So all I needed was a 76. So 83 is going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and see. And then even though it's glitching right here and kind of showing us what it's going to do, I don't take partials or anything. Either it's going to hit the stop loss or it's going to hit the take profit. I don't take partials. I don't do a 1-to-1 break break even and then let it run. I don't do any of that. Either it's going to hit the stop loss or it's going to hit the take profit. So let's see what happens. And then there you go. And it's really that simple. I mean, obviously you're not going to win every trade. You may win even with a 1-to-3. You can win 40% of the time and still be profitable. But I think this strategy is probably between a good 65 and 75 uh, percent winning rate. It's a pretty good strategy. It's a trading swing trading strategy. You can actually use it to scalp also, but it doesn't. It's not as strong when you do it for scalping, obviously, because the higher time frames are way stronger. But it's a pretty good strategy. I take anything that's 76 or higher, basically a C plus or higher. That is the strategy. I mean, let's see. I can give you guys one more. All right, so let's do this one. This is the new lower low. No, actually, this would be the new lower low. And we're gonna wait for price to get to this previous level of structure right here. On the weekly, what does that look like? Also use this area too. Find the round psychological level. And we're gonna wait for price to either get back to this weekly area of interest or to this daily area of interest. So whichever one, we're gonna look for the trade from there. Let's see. So it actually looks like it's gonna go to the weekly. Oh, it rejected this area. I mean, just like I said, it's either going to come back to this area and drop, or it's going to go back to the weekly. I fast forwarded too much, and I don't like to just cherry pick the back testing charts and everything. So I mean, it went back to the area I said it was going to go to and rejected it. But I can rewind it for you guys to show you exactly how it would have got inside the trade. Let's go back here because that's where it got close to. And in all honesty, this is now bullish, but this is still another area of interest also though. So once price had got up to here, I would have waited for it to get fully into the zone or into the area of interest. It's fully there. Then I would go down to the 4 hour. I would wait for like a bearish engulfing or a bearish pin bar or something like that to show that the 4 hour is rejecting this daily zone. And then like right there, that's a strong candle. And then technically look at this. It just shifted the structure on the 4 hour. This was the lower or the higher low. This was the higher high. Once price broke under this higher low and closed, now this is now a bearish trend. So even though right here, let's use this, even though here price broke above this and closed, showing that it's bullish, on the 4 hour, it just flipped back to bearish because it broke this higher low and closed underneath. So now the 4 hour is bearish and the weekly is still bearish. The weekly is bearish until it breaks this point right here. So once the it showed me this candle closed underneath this higher low, and it's a pretty strong momentum candle, I would have went to the 1 hour or the minute 30 or the 30 minute and waited or made sure, because I'm pretty sure the structure has shifted. So let's go to the 30 minute, and of course, once it broke this point here, this would be the shift of structure. I would just go ahead and enter the trade right here. Stop loss about 5 pips above this, so 41. Let's put it about 51. Then let's go for a 1 to 3. And then you see that it came all the way down. I told you, I don't take partials. I don't do any of that 1 to 1, break it even and then let it run. I don't do any of that. Either it's going to hit the stop loss or it's going to hit the take profit. So I mean, I know overall we've seen that it was going to go down, but I mean, I don't know if it's going to spike it out real quick or go down. But I don't. And look at this honestly, it went to a 1 to 2.3, and then shot right back up into take into drawdown again. So that's cool though. Let's see what happens. So I'm thinking it's going to go down from here because I did see when it showed me what was going to happen that it did come up here and play around, but it just broke this structure again. I think it's going to hold that and continue to go down. Ooh, it's getting close. It is getting close, but I mean that's how you trade. Either you win or you lose. Me personally, I'm not breaking it even. I'm not getting out of it. I'm just going to let it hit. Whatever it does, it does. And look at that. I'm pretty sure now it's going to go down. There you go. Look how close it came. Right here, right here, shit, right here, and here. It wanted to come up and and take me out of the trade. So if you had broke it even, it would have took you right on out and break even. And then right here, it was pretty close. And if you had a tight stop loss instead of where I'm telling you to put it, it would have took you out again. So and you could have honestly, if you wanted to, you could have got an easy 1 to 4. Let's see what if it would have hit the 1 to 5, and it would have given you 1 to 5. But I mean, you see multiple times right there, it went down into profit, and then it came up. It went into profit a little bit, came up, went into profit here, came up, played around, tried to spike me out of the trade, but it didn't because my stop loss is 5 to 10 pips behind the shift of structure, and then it just tanked right there. So that's basically it, guys. That's my swing trading strategy. It's not that hard. The hardest part about it is about being disciplined and not being emotional while you're in the trade, letting the trade hit stop loss or take profit. Do not exit early. I mean, if that works for you, that works for you. But I've tried to do the whole go to 1 to 1, then at 1 to 1 break it even, and then let the rest run. And I just wasn't profitable doing that. This way, you can set the trade, put your stop loss 5 to 10 pips behind structure, and then you can just go on and live your life until it hits the take profit. But yeah, that's a easy breakdown of my strategy, the swing trading strategy. I think I'm gonna do another video explaining it more in depth, and hopefully it'll be a better video. But that's basically it, guys.